Season 2005 is about to explode, so stand in black as we get ready for the All Blacks and Fiji free-for-all on 3 Sport. Welcome along, team. Top night here at Albany, north of the Harbour Bridge. Pretty mild, as the conditions have been at most of the night games so far throughout the season, and Rotorua during the week in New Plymouth, nigh on perfect. Chris Jack on the bench there, being kept on ice for the Lions, who lie in waiting. Of course, they play the Murray tomorrow night, joined in the 3 Sport commentary team by Mark the Bull Allen. Well, I reckon the Fijians, they went pretty well against the Maori side. I think it'll be more than a good workout and a very, very good trial ahead to picking the squad to play the Lions.
Well, there's been a lot of talk about it being a trial, but I think it's going to be a bigger game than an all-black trial as such. And the Fijians must be confident. Wayne Pivac, he's a smooth operator. I'm impressed with him. He's done a lot of work, come through the grades, been coaching for a number of years, and he'll have this team well prepared. But for the Fijians, it's about set pieces. If they don't compete at set pieces, they are going to get a good old-fashioned hiding.
Well, the last time, of course, as we have a look at the bench there, a new voice, Nisi. Looking forward to him with all this pace, gas out wide, getting involved in things as we stand by for the two teams. And they're just about to make their way onto North Harbour Stadium. Oh, look at the faces of the Bulla Bulla boys. Mosesi Roluni. Here's Big Bill Thadambati. Here's a man mountain. Sisa Koya Mai Mbaola. Nicky Little. Some real talent. Seremaya Mbai. Billy Sitalo. Oh, gee, there's some good players in there. Norman Lingai. And they get ready to take on the All Blacks in the first test of season 2005. Big welcome for the Fijians onto North Harbour Stadium. And as Bull Allen mentioned, Wayne Pivac, the former Auckland coach, has done a fantastic job with this Fijian side. My memory serves me right, Frank Bunce, did you play in this game going back to 1997 when the All Blacks had a huge win on that occasion?
Yes, I would have played, yep.
And of course a 71-5 victory on that occasion. Frank, I don't think it'll be that comfortable tonight.
No, probably not. Not based on the form the Fijian team showed last week, and the fact that it's the All Blacks' first game. If the All Blacks, they'll be looking to settle.
And here they are, Rodney Sorialo, Greg Somerville, Harley Williams, James Ryan on debut. Mills Muliaina, Dan Carter, the midfield rock, Aaron Major. Darren Whitcomb on debut. Big night for him, Bull Allen.
I tell you what, they're talking about this guy picking up numbers. They need a big slab in the middle against the Lions, and if this guy fronts, I think he can leapfrog everybody while Anton Oliver's injured.
Of course, the latest word on Anton Oliver is he's progressing quite nicely, but it may well be not in time for the first test against the Lions. Byron Kelleher, well, he is the selector's favourite. Clearly, the people's favourite has been Justin Marshall and all the discussion about the selection for this. 11 out there, Sivi Vatu. Can't wait to see him cut loose. Kevin Mealamu and Cam Johnston from the Crusaders outfit comes in there. Cecilia Nisi, another one of the new faces. And of course, Sione Loaki is on the bench in place of the injured Mosi Tuiali'i. Getting ready for the national anthems.
Both national anthems, Fiji and New Zealand, to be sung by
crowd of well over 20,000 here. Young Nick Arfoa with the national anthem of Fiji. God bless Fiji.
Blessing grant, O God of nations, on the Isles of Fiji, as we stand united under noble banner blue.
Nick Arfor there with God Bless Fiji. And now for the home side. About set to get underway in season 2005. Sitovini Sivavatu, he is a dead set freak out on the wing. Watch this guy burst into action. It will be an absolute pleasure. Getting ready for both teams to lay down the challenge as they both do so well. Absolutely outstanding. Brilliant atmosphere, Bull Allen.
Who said there was nothing on this game and we're worried about the Lions tomorrow? Man, there's a fantastic atmosphere here. What a great game we're in store for.
More than 20,000 at North Harbour Stadium. Free for all on 3 Sport. Referee from Wales, Mr. Nigel Whitehouse. He will have control of this one, the first test for season 2005.
Behind, they're all in front now. You okay, Black?
Just about to signal time on. Let's get ready to rumble at North Harbour Stadium. And it is Nicky Little with the start. And the hands just letting them down there at the start. It's Fiji with the early possession. And Sivavatu dishing up the early defence. Out there on Vilimoni Delasau, the Crusaders player who's in this Fijian side. Long tradition of Fijian backs in the Super 12. Not the greatest of passes out to Ali Williams in centre field. Umaga off for Greg Somerville, who has the tight end job tonight with Carl Heyman on Maori duty tomorrow night against the Lions in Hamilton. And Muliaina with the kick in behind and runs it into touch.
And it's important, Hamish, for the All Blacks to get their structure very early. That was good there, a couple of pick and goes, just keep it in tight. If you play a loose game against these Fijians, you're going to get into trouble because they've got huge amounts of pace out wide, haven't they, Buncey? And they'll be very dangerous on the counter-attack.
Unfortunate error in the air, though, to start from Ali Williams. That's an area that needs to be looked at carefully.
So the Fijians go down the back. Nice ball off the top, Roluni. And they employ the kicking game early. Bounces awkwardly for Mills Muliaina, who does very well. Comes away with it. Gets the kick away. It's not the greatest of kicks. It's going to come down towards Sorelli and Mombo. And Little has it now. He heaves it high. Kelleher under. Oh, great take. Byron Kelleher.
Good. Hold.
Carter. Charge down. Turnover. The Fijians with plenty of possession early. Vili Satala. Experienced midfielder. Just bounces away from
Gone back.
Sarah Mbai. It's out from the All Black 22. A little bit messy early on. It's the skipper who's gone in there and got his mitts on it and tidied things up. Another poor pass. That's 2 from Kelleher already in the match.
Yeah, we just need to do the simple jobs well in this game, Hamish. As you say, and as Bunchy's already mentioned, we've had several mistakes. But, of course, they're going to be a little bit rusty, this All Black outfit. They haven't had a lot of time together, and it's going to take time to come together. A few new players in there also. So lots of things to work on.
And, of course, Fiji's always going to start this way. Under pressure, they're just going to hustle. All Blacks have to get through this opening period and then start imposing themselves.
Nandolo, he gets it down towards Rawanga. Little. Trying to bust there, Vili Satala. Wayne Pivac, former Auckland coach of a champion Auckland side. He's doing a very, very fine job with this Fijian side, who penalty going to the Fijians. Fijian Rugby Union, facing bankruptcy just not too long ago. They've signed a huge sponsorship deal today with the Fiji Flour Mills, multi-million-dollar deal, which will see all of these 15-a-side players become professional. That's fantastic ball.
Oh, we'd hate to lose the flavour of the Fijians in international rugby. If we can grow their game, it's good for the game of rugby globally. So that is fantastic news. They can grow and develop their players with that sort of sponsorship involved in the game.
So there the All Black captain was down at the bottom of that after Doug Howlett turned the player back in field. Of course, Fiji, I think some magic moments over the year when they almost beat France in that 87 World Cup. Remember Corin Duandura as they go downtown here and once again claim good possession towards the rear of the line-out. Rodney Soyalu. It's Rawanga again who does well.
Well, good work from Soyalu. He managed to wrap himself around.
Wait, no. It's lost by White.
They took it in.
It's gone forward. It's a black scrum.
And the All Blacks will have the defensive scrum. Almost 8 years ago to the day here, 71-5 was the score. That was the day Michael Jones had another one of his very bad nights with a knee injury. Frank Bunce played, but he's not sure if he can remember it.
Just hold. Stay down, focus.
Soialo charging off the back for Kelleher. The kick down to Lingari. This boy knows how to attack too. Plays for Yamaha up in Japan. You could say he's got plenty of revs. Kelleher again.
Oh, that's 2 sensational takes in the air from Byron Kelleher. Fantastic stuff.
And he frees it away for Carter. Carter having a bit of a run. Shows his pace. Turns it inside. Richie McCaw. Mills Muliaina up in support. Seremiah Mbai has to make the tackle. Does so. Picked up by McCaw. Collins, lovely hands. Carter pushes off the defenders and he's going to go in. Says goodbye to his Crusaders teammate Delasau at the first try of the match to Dan the man.
Well, Dan Carter, he was involved in that a couple of times. This is what they need, guys like Byron Kelleher, Dan Carter, to put their hands up and take some authority in this game. Kelleher was absolutely superb in the air, got the pass back, and we just saw what that All Black team can do, and they got a bit of space. Look at this sensational commitment in the air, and of course the All Blacks got a man working with them up in the air now, securing that type of ball, and then we just saw them just breaking up the Fijian defence. Carter here he's not only skillful, but he's got pace to go with it. And the nice fend, and goes in quite easily in the end.
Yeah, that was the last part of Carter's try we saw, but certainly he was responsible for the initial break, got down the outside. Unfortunately, he didn't see Sivivatu ranging up to his left, and he passed it inside, but we'll take the try anyway.
So Dan Carter, 232 points going into this one, closing in on 255 already, looking to add the extras.
Imagine how good he's going to be when he matures.
Here he comes in. Converts it, takes it up to 239. 7 points to nil. Carter with the converted try.
Nice little offload there from Jerry Collins as well. Another part of his game that's been talked about. He's certainly improved. Dan Carter showing good strength there with the fend and enough pace to get around.
He just seems to have a lot of time, doesn't he, Bunce? He's a very patient player. He never panics. And he knew that he had the fend and the space to get him.
Little gets it underway. Down to Ryan. Again, a messy kickoff from the All Blacks. Gallagher does well. Cross to Umanga, looking to shift it wide. McCaw getting out there. Oh, Sivivatu says 9-9 to De La Salle. Gets the pass up the middle to Ali Williams. Oh, and he gives a shocker to pass. How to butcher a try, chapter 1. Well, it was lovely stuff from... Let's have a look at this again. Butsy, did you love that?
Look at that. That's beautiful. That's a David Campese goose step, but done at a little bit more pace than Campo used to do. Not the way to finish, as you say. Hamish butchered a certain try.
Oh, lovely to watch Sitiveni Sivivatu. I don't know if it was for public consumption, but I did hear on the grapevine Graham Henry said that Sivivatu is the best wing in world rugby by a country mile, and we've seen plenty of evidence of that already.
De La Salle's going to get a lot of work defensively if he keeps defending like that. They'll target him.
Fijian scrum just shunted back. Sesa Koya Mbole does well. And a hander there from the All Blacks, reefing that one away. Penalty to Fiji, but a good start by the All Blacks so far, guys.
Yeah, fantastic. Oh, well, a slow start though, Hamish. A few errors early on, but they're slowly working into their stride. And it's always going to take a bit of time when you come together for your first test match of the year.
A couple of basic errors, but, you know, should have been 14-0 up easily there. So it was just the one pass that a shocker from Ali Williams.
Yes, Ali Williams won't be happy. He's made a couple of mistakes.
Yeah, okay.
Kaya Mayambole, he's a big, powerful number 8, this man. Yeah. And Richie McCaw there, he started on his feet and he just blew over the top there, and that's where the penalty occurred. So Fiji, I've been impressed with their line out early on. They've got a couple of tall slabs in there in the middle, and by goodness, they're good in the air.
Well, very athletic, as we know, these Fijians.
Well, they had Mbale down there at the back, the prop.
He wouldn't have believed his luck, mate. He got a couple of ziggy papers under his feet to secure that one.
Yes, a huge jump, wasn't it, all of half a centimetre? Waiting for it. Sissi Roluni, the captain, plays for Saracens up in England. Nice step, Billy Satala. Thumped to the ground by Jerry Collins. Fijians come away with it though, through the blindside flanker. Rawanga, Little. Would have been shocked by the early try. Jeremiah Mbai takes it in. Roluni. And a mistake there, a rare mistake from Mills Muliaina. Pulled out of the All Black trial with a shoulder injury, but he's right for this one.
And he's disappointed. It is a rare mistake. How often do you see Millsy drop a ball? That All Black defence, it's up. It's giving the Fijians no room to move whatsoever. Major there, assisted by Jerry Collins.
It was great work initially by Major, wasn't it?
It was.
And look at how many numbers are getting around to the breakdown area. There's numbers galore. Good enthusiasm and energy from the All Blacks.
So Fiji with the scrum feed. The front rows go down. As they do, Bull, I want to give you brownie points for you mentioning the taking of the in the air by Byron Kelleher. And, of course, we've got the Australian, the Aussie rules guy coming in here, teaching the guys those skills, and already immediate impact. Brilliant takes.
It's an important part of the game too, Hamish, because there's a lot more kicking, and against the Lions, it's smart getting him involved because they do a lot of tactical kicking, and it's going to be important that we retrieve those kicks.
And he's obviously listening because he's pretty much the shortest guy out on the field, so whatever he's been taught, it's working.
Rawanga up towards the 22. 10 minutes gone, 7-0.
I'd like to mention great set piece from the Fijians here. Good ball off the back for them.
Yeah, much better scrum by them. Well, De La Salle's been involved a lot early, including being cleanly beaten by Sivivatu with the goose step. Carter makes the tackle. Byron Kelleher in there. Jeremiah Mbai. That was almost the hospital pass of all hospital passes with Jerry Collins.
And I'm just thinking to myself, just before the Fijians drop the ball, how long will they be able to cope with this pressure? The All Blacks are getting up in their face. They're swinging the ball around left, right and centre. Well, there's a great shot. Big Billy Kavambati, 165 kilos. Third time.
It's good up front. It's good.
Everybody makes mention of the fact that he's so big, but notice he played 80 minutes last week in the heat of Suva. He's certainly not out of it.
Oh, look, this is the third time I think he's played against the All Blacks. I played with him in the Hurricanes, and he's actually a deceptively quick guy for a man so big. He's quite agile. I don't think I'd be very agile if I was that weight.
Okay.
But good on him. He's got longevity on the side. He's been around a while.
Turf's a bit loose.
Listed in the program is, yes, 163 kgs and 34 years of age. You just about flick those numerals around, wouldn't you, for Bill Thuthenbuddy? Maybe 34 is a bit on the light side, you would think.
I don't want to be too cheeky, but I suggest the scales maybe only go up to 163, Hamish. I think he might even be more.
All Black scrum. Kelleher, Carter. Aaron Major brings it to the line nicely.
Straight down.
Fijians going in there and killing the ball, but penalty goes the way of the All Blacks.
Stay up on your feet, please.
Nice simple move there, just a 1 and 2 cut. All Blacks looking for a quick ball, but Fiji in hand in there.
That's what they'll be trying to achieve, won't they, Bunty? Just trying to get the basics well, do the basics well for a start, not
definitely.
get too fancy.
Yep, definitely. Even though these two are in combination provincially, this is a different team, a different setup, different game plan. So they'll be wanting to nail those combinations tonight.
Ali Williams, eyes on him, so too young James Ryan from Otago, New Zealand age grade rep, who made good strides with the Highlanders, gets his chance tonight. Kelleher marshalling the troops. Carter. Sivivatu coming in off his wing. Kelleher, strong. Nice step, Major puts the kick in behind for Howlett to give chase, and that's brilliant skills from Doug Howlett. What a confidence boost for him.
Let's have a look. Oh, no, we're going upstairs.
Time off, Scotty.
I think we're going to go upstairs, Bunty. This is going to make sure that Dougie Howlett didn't put his foot into touch.
Can you just check on the ground into the ball?
I don't think there's much doubt.
To the naked eye, he didn't. Did he catch the ball? Did he get it cleanly?
Have you got that?
Oh, no doubt about
Yes,
that.
no doubt about it.
That's a clear-cut try. Aaron Major, fantastic kick through. And Dougie Howlett, what good composure. Would have been easy to try and bend over and pick it up. Bit of dew out on the ground, and watch this, he just great composure. Never takes his eye off the ball, just slides in there. Beautiful stuff. Great skills.
Frank Bunce, money can't buy experience, and Doug Howlett has got a cool head for big games, pressure situations. I would not be writing him off yet.
Oh, no. Do that at your own peril. He showed there the composure that we talk about, the experience. He's done that a million times before.
As confirmed 2 minutes ago, nearly, the try scored. Nigel Whitehouse says, yes, it's a 5-pointer. Second try for the All Blacks.
That's one of the reasons this man's in the All Black team, Bunsey, Aaron Major. He's got a great tactical eye, hasn't he?
Yes, certainly. Have a look at that. He steps inside here, just weighs up the situation very, very quickly. Nice little kick through.
I noted off his right foot too, and he's a left-footed kicker. Fantastic skills.
Enjoying the action there of Doug Howlett on the forward replay as we go back live with Carter. DC. Sweet as a nut. Down the middle. It is the All Blacks leading Fiji by 14 points to 0. There's the strength of Kelleher. And then the cool head, Major.
Behind the line. A couple of inches over, but I'll give you that one, mate.
That was excellent. You see his eyes move. He stepped inside.
Thank you, Chan. When you're
He
ready.
came up to another defender. As you see his eyes move out to the right, just quickly summed up the situation and bang.
This time the restart is successful. That's the one area where the aerial skills hadn't been so good tonight. Tānarumanga.
We noticed that was young James Ryan who got up and took that as well.
Richie McCaw playing a pretty wide, expansive game, guys.
Yeah, they're moving the ball effortlessly across the field. I didn't get that out very well, Hamishly. It's what happens when you talk about back play for an old prop, but they're really moving it well, aren't they? And it looks so effective and easy at this stage.
Jerry Collins with a bit of open space. Rodney So'oialo. Kelleher bursting through there, playing pretty well. Byron Kelleher.
We go back. With the original penalty.
I think he's having an absolutely sensational game. He's had 2 bad passes, but isn't he an absolute tiger defensively? He's taking those beautiful kicks in the air, and defensively, he makes the tackle, then tries to get up on his feet and secure the ball like a loose forward. I think he's having a brilliant game.
See, that's an unusual call. You could hear Nigel Whitehouse say advantage, advantage, advantage over, and then he took back and he's given the penalty. A little bit too quick for himself, I think.
So Carter with the penalty clearance down the left wing side. Good crowd in here at North Harbour Stadium in Albany. More than 20,000.
There's been a lot of people in this country watching rugby in the last couple of weeks, Hamish. Gee, there's been some people through the gates.
Oh, the crowds have been fantastic.
Yeah, I think the New Zealand public's enjoying all these great games we've got in store for us.
Ryan off the top. Major again. Taunting the defence. This time he's pretty well wrapped up by a little. Collins lays it back. Tony Woodcock, the local boy from Cal Copper, just up the road, the cocky. Williams, 7 or 8 metres out. Kelleher across for Carter. Once again, they use a right kick, head straight into the hands of Sitivini Sivivatu, the first of many.
I think Carter was watching the Lions against Bay of Plenty the other night. Great stuff. He was just had space and no one on him out there. Sitivini Sivivatu, greatly judged kicked from Dan Carter, and look at that. Sweet, easy, and one of also many more to come, I'd suggest.
Yes. Well, we're only seeing the end again of the tries. Missed all the good lead-up work. The forwards taking it in, ball retention, just metre after metre after metre gained. Fijian defence was sucked in. Dan Carter was able to just put that kick across, and look at the joy there. Look at the big smiles.
And isn't it great to see that emotion? This team, they really look like they're enjoying that match out there.
Carter back with his game face on. Nails the conversion. All Blacks 21, Fiji 0. Little about to get play back underway for a shell-shocked Fijian side, trailing by 21 points to 0. 18 minutes gone.
Well, the All Blacks are playing with a lot of structure, Hamish, and the Fijians, they're making the Fijians lose shape, and we're going to really struggle to keep pace if the All Blacks keep playing it the way they are.
And just a little bit of shepherding there is the call from referee Whitehouse.
Yeah, okay, going round them.
Well, of course, the All Blacks side, they made giant strides, one could say, I believe, on the inter-season tour. And
they certainly did. This is just an ongoing style.
They've just picked it up, haven't they, Frank?
They certainly have.
After the Tri-Nations last year, they recognised there were real issues. They went back to the drawing board, and already we've seen some good signs in season 2005.
Richie McCaw, as you said before, he is playing a wide game. We see him there involved in a back move. Unfortunately, a little bit of shepherding. Well,
accidental, but I don't know what it quite did to the Fijian defensive line. But referee Nigel Whitehouse, the sole judge of fact, a Welshman. Few of those in the country at the moment.
They're enjoying themselves too. It's good to see, actually. The provinces, oh, it's wonderful. I know we're skipping over back to the lines again, as everyone tends to be doing.
And first points almost, but off the upright. Harley Williams. Bit of footwork from the lock forward. Back to Major. Lingairi. Norman Lingairi. Playing his 27th Test match, the fullback.
Just hold.
Flinging it wide to De La Salle. Kicking behind to Mills Muliaina.
There's a very big fullback floating back there, or winger covering, Big Billy.
Floating, I don't know if that's a word you could use.
Charged down in there by Ryan. Good pressure from the young lock forward. Getting back there is Matini Bukamva.
Got in front.
Yes, again, the pressure from the All Black defence.
Trainer.
Just forcing the Fijians to losing ground, their ball losing ground, and end up with the turnover.
The All Blacks are really getting up in the Fijians' face, aren't they, Bunsen? Because they're deadly when they get space, but the All Blacks are not allowing them any space at the moment.
Exactly, and if we haven't learned that over all the years of playing against Fiji.
Sasini Anisi, Conrad Smith, Chris Jack. Sione Loaki played for the Pacific Islanders in the match last year here. Kevin Wailamu, Justin Marshall.
Gee, when we look at those guys on the bench, Amos, our rugby is in fantastic shape, isn't it? We've got some depth, which is growing all the time.
Well, I think there's probably 6 or 7 lining up for the Maori tomorrow night who would consider themselves certainties to be in the DHL Lions series. Here's Big Billy, your old Hurricane mate.
Well, he's a real gentleman of the game, actually, Billy. Fantastic guy, always got a smile on his face, enjoys all aspects of life.
Possession 60-40 in favour of the All Blacks. Pretty even split in terms of territory. Slight advantage in rucks and more, but more pill to work with for the All Blacks. 20 minutes gone.
Just back to all the games that are going on at the moment, I think it's great the exposure that our top players are getting. I'd much prefer to see them out playing for the Maoris and the likes of other teams as opposed to sitting on the bench. I mean, it's all about getting game time, and there's no replacement for playing matches.
The passing shot we just saw there of the Fijian coaches Pivac and Feeney visiting home ground again. They'll be enjoying themselves, I'm sure.
Didn't even get his name in the program. They got the old physio's name in the program.
163 kilograms of prime Fijian beef. The vastly experienced Nicky Little, 54th Test match.
No. Only 3/4.
And hasn't he been a good player for Fiji over the years?
Another one from the Saracens club. He has been a very fine player. Kelleher. Carter. Umanga. The skipper is in. Number 4.
Always got a big smile on his face, Tana. Certainly enjoying his rugby these days.
And I think he enjoyed it, just having a couple of weeks off after the semi-final too, Buncey. I saw him do an interview just to freshen up, and that's been good for him. But this is just quick hands, a skip pass there, and you're not going to catch Tana Umanga when he's got 5 metres of space to work in. It all looked pretty easy.
Yeah, the All Blacks playing around with positions as well, just using Sivivatu closer to the scrum there. Good deception, cut here, cut there, wide ball out to the flying winger Tana Umanga. Of course,
where it all began.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you remember back a couple of years where all that talk about Tana Umanga, he didn't have what it took to be a centre. He's certainly proven people wrong.
A bit of talk too that he's lost a yard or two of pace, maybe a centimetre or two of pace. But I tell you, good clean pair of heels there, and Philemoni De La Salle gave up pretty quickly, didn't he, on the chase. So as we look at Carter's conversion attempt, trying to make it 4 from 4. And just pushes it across the face of the uprights. So his first miss of the night, 26 points to 0. The All Blacks lead Fiji. The skipper, Tana Umanga, going in for the try. Lovely passes. Oh, talk about on the money from Carter.
He's had a big part in this game already tonight, Dan Carter.
Gee, they're moving the ball wide with such ease, Buncey. The passes, they look like they know each other well. The passes are going out in front.
Yep.
Darren Whitcomb, will keep a bit of an eye on him, one of the debut boys in this team. There's another one, James Ryan.
Yeah, they're doing their work in the tight, Hamish. Not everyone can be pretty boys running out in the back scoring tries. Somebody's got to do the graft, and they're in there grafting at the moment. So that's what it's all about for them.
Yep, that's what I'm suggesting, Bill. We just look inside the murky depths and see what they are achieving.
No, it's your
Of
own
course, it
man.
all started with Sean Fitzpatrick believing that a hooker's role was out on the wing.
No,
He's never quite recovered.
it's
Maybe
your own
Darren
man.
Whitcomb can put paid to that.
I remember there was a certain shaven head prop, Frank Bunce, that used to like to loiter out a little bit wider than he possibly should have.
Forget how easy it is to forget your core job, Bull.
It's easy sitting here talking about these players, isn't it, Bunsey? Because we never made any mistakes. Right. That's another good, solid Fijian scrum. They're getting a bit of a platform there to get something going, but once again, the All Blacks right up in their faces, just shutting them down early.
Trying to crunch it up through Domalele.
Hold.
Oluni, Little. Lingairi couldn't get on the outside of Tanarumanga. Then again, not too many do.
Oh, he's turned that over, Hamish. Fantastic work.
Jerry Collins, they want him to become the distributor. I don't know about the kicker, though.
Well, we'll decide in a minute.
He's done pretty well. Howlett giving chase on Sorelli and Mombo.
Well, didn't turn out too badly in the end.
No, hold him.
Yeah, that was great, Bull. You spotted it in there. Tanarumanga, superb turnover.
That's one thing I've really noticed since...
So you haven't lost your touch of delving into the murky depths. You can still spot it.
I tell you what, one thing I have noticed since the days when I was playing, Hamish, is how quickly these guys hit the deck and get back on their feet. It's a skill that they've brought into their game that they've really developed. And guys like Tanarumanga, they make the tackle, then they get on their feet to secure the ball.
Let's have a look at the Blondes. Have more fun kick from Jerry Collins.
Well, the Blonde's obviously working with him because he stuck with it during the Super 12, now he's taken him to the Test matches. And Dougie Howlett, good chasing. Kicks only as good as the chasers.
Paddy O'Brien, of course, country's #1 referee, heading off to the IRB to become the big guru of referees on the world stage.
Wait, please, wait.
Well, he's had an amazing year, isn't he? He's done a book, he's on the Queen's list, he's got the big job.
No, wait a minute.
Well, and, you know, the guy, as they say, the harder that you work, the luckier you get, and he's been a great servant, isn't he? Fantastic referee, one of the best.
Darren Whitcomb with the throw to the line-out. 26 points to 0. The All Blacks have scored 4. Try Carter, Howlett, Sipavatu, Umanga. Replacement player coming on, Sam Tambor. Plays for the Randwick Club in Sydney.
Wait, no.
26-year-old, replacing Domalele,
Push out.
who's gone to the blood bin, one would imagine. So Whitcomb with the throw. 25 minutes gone. 26-0. Free for all on 3 Sport. So'oialo. Carter. The bust by the skipper. Umanga. Oh, Sipavatu just losing it. Just lost it forward.
Lost you.
Defensive scrum coming up for Fiji.
Well, what angles we saw there.
Yeah, Tanarumanga's having a bit of a blinder, isn't he? Look at this. Good skills, and just, I thought he had a man on him, but just unable to handle. But look for a big All Black scrum here. This is where they'll really try and test the Fijian pack.
Stay 9, please, 9.
But they're up to the challenge, Fiji.
Now they come up a little bit, but initially they probably just need to get it to the 8-man and clear it a bit quicker, Bull.
Yeah. Tony Woodcock putting a bit of pressure on Big Billy. Not very often you see him pop out of a scrum, but gee, I've been impressed with Tony Woodcock.
He has just come on, and you talk about use the term leaps and bounds loosely. He has.
Just technically so sound. He's really developed this game.
It's just that moustache.
Is that what's done it?
Leave it, Blacks, leave it, Blacks. Leave it now, Black.
I guess the pleasing thing for me from the All Black backline point of view is that they've been doing things at pace. You see the pace with which Tana hit that ball, and the follow-up from Sivivatu was excellent. They come from depth, hold their line, doing things really well.
Williams.
Just hold.
They're keeping their structure, Bunsey, which is sometimes easier to lose when things are going so well, isn't it?
Yes, until you get playing against teams like this.
Major on the outside of De La Salle. Kelleher, intensity just not quite there from the Fijians at the moment. Carter, 5 metres out. One of the All Blacks down and back play, I think.
Play an advantage.
I'll pick up who that is.
Use it, please.
Darren Whitcomb, the ginger. Now he's up on his feet. Sivivatu, oh, just failing to
Offside,
make the connection with the offside against Fiji.
Number 7.
Darren Whitcomb back up and into the line.
Fiji just hanging in there by a thread at the moment.
on the line,
They're
please.
being asked some big questions defensively.
Number 7 offside.
Yes,
They're
they-
just hanging in.
Scrum.
They are, the All Blacks really, with the pace of this game and the power,
Time off, Scotty.
they're really putting the Fijians to the sword. They are hanging in, Bull.
Yep.
Darren Whitcomb, maybe, I saw him down on his haunches, really sucking the air, and maybe he's just finding it a little bit hard with the introduction to Test
Number
match
4.
rugby. 'Cause
Number
he hasn't
4.
played a lot in recent weeks, I guess.
And it's certainly a step up pace-wise to Super 12. Every level you go, isn't it, Bunsey? From
Watch the late
club
tackle,
rugby,
okay?
rep rugby,
Early. I don't want you
Super
in there
12,
late.
trial to Test matches. It's all a step up in pace, skill, and the physical nature of it.
There's Sivivatu with a lovely little step inside on the forward replay. Just couldn't quite connect. One of the big hands of one of the big Fijians getting in the way there.
Take the pressure, please.
Oh, Martini booking it bar.
So I'm happy with the gap. It's good. You're square.
Richie McCaw giving instructions to his forwards there. Just keep them going.
Of course, Darren Whitcomb missed the whole NPC last year with a shoulder reconstruction. And then, of course, has to compete with Kevin Maialamu for a starting position in the Blues. So hasn't really got a lot of football under the belt in the last 12 months.
It kind of tells you it's a good story. I mean, he's come from so far back to gain this Test spot.
Kelleher, Byron Kelleher, reaching out, but decides to present the possession. Greg Somerville, he will be in there, hungry like the wolf for his first Test try, and he's got it.
Well, there was a bit of a cue sniffing around that ball. He was the one that got his sticky mitts on it in the end.
Finally, he's done it.
I feel sorry for Byron Kelleher. Where was he? There's no way those guys were going to let him in there close to that ball.
Didn't you see Greg Somerville fend him out of the way? There's no way he was going to give up that opportunity.
The big Yoda was going to have his moment in the sun, wasn't he?
Oh, good body position. He had a couple of mates help him out there. Smashes his way over that tight end prop. Great to see.
It's continuous. It's stopped at the moment. But it's
He had a pile of support there as well, all driving him over.
No one will remember who was supporting him though, Bunsey. Not when he tells his story later tonight.
Yeah.
And once again, it's the smiles on the faces, the enjoyment of this camp that's just, knocked me over the feather, but these guys are loving it.
From the outside looking in, they look a happy bunch, don't they? The team spirit looks
Well,
fantastic.
from your guys' experience, I guess that's integral. It's so much a part of it.
Well, winning games too, Hamish, really accelerates the team spirit, I can tell you.
In comes Carter, and he's just pushed this one as well. Not such a good strike from Dan Carter. Not such a big problem, though, when you're leading by 31 points to 0.
All Blacks number 3, Greg Somerville. All Blacks 31, Fiji 0.
You should be behind again, 10, please. And behind the line. Okay.
Underway again. Half an hour gone, just short of 31 points. More than a point a minute.
Come away, no Blacks. 8 black, 8 black. 8 black, come away.
Not bad for a bloke who didn't get school C maths. Of course, they don't have it these days, do they? What do they have?
8 black.
I'm glad you're reading my notes properly anyway.
So a scrum opportunity now for Fiji.
Did you mark?
Yeah, they're just a little bit shell-shocked. Their confidence down.
No, just hold.
Well, a big problem for Fiji, Hamish, they'll be asking the question, what can we do? Every piece of ball we get, we're getting smashed backwards. Well, here we go. This is a man that can ignite something. Kai Mayambole, the big number 8.
The gate man. Fiji just retaining the possession without making a hell of a lot of progress.
It's a ruck call. Leave it. Leave it. I'm calling hands off for the ruck, lad. Get away from it, please. 5. I'm calling ruck.
Ali Williams
In the ruck.
put his big mitts in there. He should have been using his feet. So a great attacking opportunity here for Fiji, and this is certainly what they need, is to score some points. Here we see the ruck set up, and yeah, Ali Williams without a doubt coming over the top there.
Who came on for the blood?
So coming back into the action, Domalale, after spending some time in the blood bin.
I read somewhere that Domolale in Fijian means short neck. A bit of useless information for you.
Well, that bloke there should be called Domalala because he got no neck.
You could probably say that about half the Fijian forwards there.
They go downtown towards the back of the line out uncontested. They pull it down though. It has to go to the deck, so they'll struggle to get the drive on here. They go to the backs. Struggling with the control of the ball there, Seremaya Mbai.
They seem to be going sideways a fair bit, Bunsey, and that's easy pickings for the All Black defensive line.
Yeah, I think as well it's because the defensive line is so well organised, they're pushing them that way, really leaving them no option.
Domalala up towards the 22. Rauluni.
Okay, charge down.
Charged down by James Ryan. Fijians get the possession back here. Kick through. Going back for it. De La Salle. Of course, Villamoni De La Salle, part of the Crusaders squad, didn't see too much game time with the way guys like Scott Hamilton and Caleb Ralph were playing. Howlett. Goes to Muliaina, putting Sivivatu into a bit of space.
Come away, Sam.
Puts the kick downfield, not the greatest of kicks.
Of course, Sivivatu played with a few of these guys last year in the Pacific Island team.
Here's an opportunity. Major. Umangaran again.
Tana seems to be enjoying that left-hand wing position.
Yes, he better be careful. Play out there too often, get a taste for it.
Yeah, that's his corner. 2 easy tries in the corner for him tonight. And we're only just beginning.
That was nice work there, Sivivatu. He kicked ahead and then he followed up well, made the tackle, able to force the turnover. Byron Keller just seeing where the space was. And again, beautifully drawn and passed. And Tana just holding his line, jogs around, second try.
The pleasing thing is, though, Frank, is we've got lots of options, haven't we? The All Blacks are creating space in close and giving themselves space out wide, aren't they? They're doing the work in close and giving them opportunities out wider.
Yeah, well, it's work off the ball, you know. You do the work somewhere, it creates gaps somewhere else.
Carter with the conversion attempt. This time he's back on the mark. Slots it down the middle. And the All Blacks out to 38 points to 0.
All Blacks 38, Fiji 0.
Lovely draw and pass from Aaron Major. And the skipper gets his second.
Back now, they're just creeping up on the far side. Push right back, please.
Looks to be running as freely as we've seen for a long time.
Very close to it now.
Tana Umangaran.
Yes, and as Bull mentioned before, a couple of weeks that he had off, just get himself the little niggly injuries right.
Ryan managed to knock that one back into the hands of Rodney So'oialo. Kelleher.
They actually did well, the All Blacks there, but Hamish, because that was a very good kick by the Fijians.
Push.
Carter kicks back for Doug Howlett's wing, giving chase. Howlett. Doug Howlett, brilliant take from Howlett. Gets the pass back in field. It wasn't the greatest of passes. McCaw is there. Up for TW, Tony Woodcock.
Push.
5 metres out.
10 wide, clean advantage.
Major.
Clean advantage.
Umaga. Such sweet hands. And Sivivatu on the end of the chain gang. And what an impressive All Black chain gang we're seeing here. Fantastic.
Well, it doesn't really matter what the calibre of the opposition's, how good they are. This All Black team is looking very slick.
Yeah, but everybody's raving about the New Zealand Māori side who beat this Fijian side by 2 points a week or so ago. Let's put it in context.
Well, that really puts it in perspective, Hamish. Very good point. Big difference, I suppose, playing in Fiji in the heat.
Oh, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. We're talking about 2 points here. And we're talking about a team who's now leading by 43 points to 0. Don't agree with you.
I tend to think that the Fijians, there's a bit of a mental block there when it comes to playing the All Blacks. They would have gone into the New Zealand Maori game believing that they could win, but against the All Blacks, maybe not quite the confidence.
Oh, I agree with you, Hamish. I don't want to take away from this All Black effort because it is a fantastic effort, no doubt about it. They're playing absolutely superbly, doing their core jobs well, aren't they? And what they're doing is they're complementing each other. It's great stuff.
Carter comes in, he won't pull this one in, it's away. Not having too much of an effect on things. 43 points to 0. I think it's just the mental shell shock that the Fijian side.
Just come back on the line, Jess, please.
They're just really struggling to keep pace with this All Black side, aren't they? The All Blacks are playing at
That's all I ask.
such
I don't have
pace tonight. They're moving the ball quickly. They actually look like a Aussie backline, Bunsey, the way they're just whipping it through the hands. Just absolute cohesion running right through that backline, isn't there?
It is nice to watch, Paul.
Reminds you of the old days of Ella Hawker O'Connor. The sweetest hands we've ever seen in the game of rugby. Kelleher, strong run again. James Ryan getting involved. So too Rodney So'oialo. Harley Williams, Howlett, Doug Howlett, stepping back inside. The defence getting to him 8 metres out.
3 defenders out there for Fiji. Really, you wouldn't expect them to be able to stop it, and no.
And they can't. Umaga pops it into the hands of Aaron Major and around behind the posts. Well, it's turning into an old-fashioned thumping.
Really starting to reach for superlatives now, the way these guys are playing. Absolutely fantastic. Just wearing the Fijians down. They just can't get round the field quick enough. Look at the numbers they've got here. They've got numbers queuing up left, right and centre. And the understanding that they seem to be developing already. You know, they're just stopping, not getting isolated, passing when it's on. The clean-out area is very, very good, so they can move it again very quickly and effectively. And the width they're giving the ball is absolutely brilliant. Jerry Collins, he's been involved a lot out in the backs tonight, distributing really well, changing angles. Gee, Bunsey, what else are they doing, mate? There's so many things they're doing so well.
They're doing things well, they're doing things simply. But it looks like they're enjoying themselves, and I guess that's the main thing.
Well, I'm enjoying it too, aren't you?
Him again, then, please.
It's great stuff.
Well, Nicky Little, he's had plenty of practice at this, the restart. Whitcomb, McCaw, pass to nobody. Picked up by Umaga, little step. Gets hit hard on the tackle though.
A little step followed by a big tackle.
Hold white.
But possession retained, that's the main thing.
Yep, that's the main thing. Live to fight another day.
Frank Nostradamus, Bunce. The Rock Bunce.
Where did that come from?
Well, you put it on the script somewhere.
Sivavatu, where did he come from? Kelleher. Quick hands again. McCaw, Umaga, Howlett, back into Umaga. Cross to Howlett, 4. And there's a Fijian player in not too good shape in back play. Richie McCaw just casting an eye over the injured Fijian player. Appears to be all right.
Tana Umaga here with the blind basketball pass. I don't think he even looked. He just had a big grin on his face as he let it rip.
He did too.
Just having a bit of fun, getting a bit jiggy with it, as they say, don't they, or something like that.
Okay, cheers.
Closing in on 40 minutes and 50 points.
I don't think half-time can come quick enough for the poor old Fijians. What's Wayne Pivac going to say to these guys? He's got to try and build them up. They'll be absolutely demoralised at the moment. How's he going to build this team up for the second half?
Well, I suppose it's about 20 degrees cooler than Buckhurst Park in Suva. And, of course, they get that ferocious home support, which has got to be worth, I don't know, a whole heap to you. None of that here. And they just run off their feet. Good start.
Certainly a good start. I noticed earlier in the play, the broken play, he did exactly the right thing, got the ball off Byron Kelleher, I think it was, and then flicked it straight on to So'oialo.
And Bunsey, the thing that's working quite well is James Ryan and Arlie Williams working in tandem around the field. A couple of times I noticed the props working together. They're working, you know, in their units around the track. Lucy's working well. You know, the combinations seem to be working very effectively.
Sisa Koea Mbole.
Well, not very often you see Richie McCaw got rid of.
Well, Koea Mbole was one of the better players on the park here last year when the All Blacks were really tested by the Pacific Islanders team, 41-26, and you see a game like this at the moment and you wonder whether the Pacific Islanders concept is the way to go.
Well, the Fijians probably think it is right now.
Right at this very moment, of course, so Fiji are the most staunch opponents of it as a nation or part of that Pacific Islanders setup.
Thing is though, Hamish, now that the Fijians have got some funding, they can develop their game, can't they? Which is going to be great for them.
Sign maybe that Sione Lawaki was warming up, looking to get into the action. Speaking of the Pacific Islanders game, where he had a huge one here last year. Jerry Collins, he's had plenty of ball, but distribution, he's taking it up. Maybe that's his role, but
what I've enjoyed about him, Hamish, is he's running from depth. Because sometimes he can tend to get a bit flat. He's running from depth and hitting it at pace, and I think it's really helping his game tonight.
Carter. Ryan. Richie McCaw over the top of him. Doug Howlett. Woodcock. Turnover ball here. Koea Mbole.
Who you'd have to say is probably the pick of the Fijian team at the moment.
Yeah, certainly a hard worker. All to no avail at the moment. Fijians really not getting enough ball to mount any significant attacks.
Sivivatu back for Kelleher. One last crack before half-time. Carter. Major. He's got McCaw outside him. Richie McCaw just overran him, so he had to take it back in, does so. Nice pass from Whitcomb. Ali Williams, 16 metres out. Kelleher in the tackle of Ndolo.
Leave it, White, leave it, leave it! Leave it, White! Away!
A little bit messy there, just struggling to get that ball back.
Leave it!
Umanga. Little banana kick back in there to the fair mark.
It was a mark,
did you? Fijian player, he sort of, it was the old mark in the ribs at the same time.
A bit of both.
There's a bit of a grunt going on there, all right. Richie McCaw, he knows how to hit the opposition.
Fiji decide just to hoof it downfield and giving pace, chase there with plenty of pace to Mbombo. There's the cool head of Muliaina. Carter comes back up the middle. Puts the hammer down. Carter. Dan Carter. What a run by Carter. Pulled down just a metre short and loses it at the touch. And referee Nigel Whitehouse says that'll do for the first 40 minutes. The All Blacks stack on 50 points, 50 unanswered points. They lead Fiji. You saw it right here on 3 Sport. Unbelievable 40 minutes, 50-0.
Welcome back to 3 Sport, and what a free-for-all it has been too with the All Blacks and Umanga, the captain, leading from the front, dotting down twice in what's been a sensational 40 minutes for the All Blacks, up by 50 points to 0, 8 tries to zip. It really has been just a big black wave that's been smashing into poor old Fiji in that first 40 minutes. Let's take a look at the halftime highlights and wrap up the stats with Hamish and the commentary team.
Yeah, certainly some exciting moments. Of course, Dan Carter got the first try, but it was Aaron Major with a lovely step and a beautiful kick through for Doug Howlett. And what a great confidence boost to him. Doug Howlett under threat on the right wing, scoring the try. Beautiful regather of the kick. Then Sitivini Sivivatu waiting out wide and just showing his huge range of skills, getting on the end of Dan Carter's kick for that try. Tana Umanga, well, he's been showing plenty of pace and ranging out on the wing, position of old there, and really striding out. Great to see the skipper. And then it came, the biggest moment in the career of Greg Somerville so far. The big fatty, the big tight end prop, Yoda, in for his first test try. Yes, just 4 of the 8 tries in the first half. And looking at the stats too, the All Blacks 50-0 up, dominating territory, almost 2-1. Possession were a little bit more even, but Rucks and Moores in the end, they're just showing the wealth of possession there. Turnovers in favour of the All Blacks, plenty of overlap possession too. And the Fijians, well, Wayne Pivac might have the big stick out. 18 missed tackles, not pretty. 50-0 at halftime.
Well, as a saying in Fiji, it's called Savanaka, which is a bit like choice in our language. So our bros are going, choice? They're saying, ooh, not so Savanaka. What do they do in the next 40 minutes, mate? The Fijians, first of all, Frank.
Oh, the Fijians. Yeah, you caught me on the hop there.
They're going to tackle.
Yeah, well, they have to try and stem the tide, I guess. Really having no success in this first half, but 50-0, I mean, there's no way they're going to win this game, but they want to come out of this game with a little bit of pride. They want to stem the tide of tries and maybe just get a little bit of their own game going.
Okay, what about the All Blacks? I mean, Graham Henry, when does he start going to that bench? I mean, you've got 3 rookies just itching to get on the field. Sivi Vatu dotted down twice. He's a happy chappy. He's Savanaka.
Well, yeah, he'll be happy. They'll all be happy. They'll be sitting in there. They won't want to let their performance drop. They scored 50 in the first half. There's no reason they can't score 50 in the second half. So they'll be wanting to come out here and just keep doing what they're doing, keep playing. They don't want to go into their shells. I guess Graham Henry, you know, there's no reason not to bring the young guys on now. Give them that experience. That's what they're here for. And at 50-0, you can afford to do it.
Okay, that's the score at halftime. We'll take a short break. Back with the free-for-all in the second 40 right after this on 3 Sport. You're home with the All Blacks.
The All Blacks leading Fiji by 50 points to 0. The second half about to get underway, and we'll take you through the changes.
Okay, White. We should be behind you then 10, please.
Bringing in some of the new faces of All Black rugby. Sione Loaki's out there. Back for Kelleher. Comprehensive first 40 minutes. Major. That's Sione Loaki. You can see those big calorie stump thighs.
I think you might find Rodney Soialo playing open side flanker because Jerry Collins is still out there. No Richie McCaw.
Yes, Richie McCaw with the tracksuit on. And Sosini Anisi. First touch for the man from the Chiefs who's made major strides. Tony Woodcock, the Kaipara Cocky. Major Umaga just lost it backwards. Kelleher.
The All Black tsunami just keeps on coming.
Unfortunately, not quite working for them. A couple of passes gone down there.
Loaki. Sione Loaki coming in as a late replacement for Mosi Tuiali'i. Jerry Collins. Umaga. Harley Williams with the dropsies. Tony Woodcock revelling in the wide open nature of this game as it is becoming now.
Time out, Scotty.
It's not often you use those two words together, Tony Woodcock in wide open spaces.
And ranging it. There's the powerful man.
Time back on.
Sione Loaki.
And good to see him holding the ball there. He is guilty now and again of trying to pass it and losing the ball. But the ball security is a big part of his game he needs to work on. If he can work on that, he's got so many other great aspects, particularly with the ball in hand.
Koya Maimbole. Soialo makes the tackle. And back to Little Anisi. Just knocks it backwards. There's that blistering pace and power to boot. Oh, great hands from Major back into Sivivatu. Young James Ryan. Kelleher. Sivivatu takes the pass from Kelleher. And Siddhavini Sivivatu gets a hat-trick on debut.
Well, he just keeps rocking on, doesn't he? He's certainly scored a lot of tries. Came into the Super 12 late and just started firing straight away. And the guy's just growing in momentum all the time. Byron Keller popping the pass, just a change of angle there. And look how many players, All Black players, are involved getting the balls on the hands on the ball, I should say. Fantastic stuff. Byron Keller went through the gap and pops it inside.
Yes, certainly he was involved in this move, took 2 inside passes. That was the first one. Got it off to James Ryan. He gets off the ground. Whereas he's ranging in there, someone cuts in, reads the game well, and takes that inside pass. Showing good work rate. which is not normally something you associate with a lot of Fijian wingers. But certainly Sivivatu showing us that he can do pretty much everything at the moment.
Major with the conversion. He's taking over the kicking duties with Dan Carter on ice for the Lions. Oh, bring it on.
That's good, 10.
You think he did enough in the first 40 to make that test team? What a joke. He's the man, isn't he? Dan the man.
Carlos Spencer and Andrew Mertens at their best
Come away now, Blacks.
would struggle to put Daniel Carter out of an All Black team in the form or the potential that he's showing right now.
Come around, no, come around.
Yeah, that would spark some debate. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, it certainly would.
Yeah.
Here's Doug Howlett.
No,
It's good to see Doug Howlett back free ranging as well, running, and you know, he needs to get his confidence back.
Well, these are the sort of games they can build
They
confidence,
flick
aren't
it
they?
wide. Muliaina ducking under a tackle or two, still going. Little makes the tackle now.
push out.
Yeah, I guess we can debate that first one late until the cows come home, but right now we're enjoying the action. There's plenty of it. Umanga with the chip in behind. Zarelli and Mombo
Leave him.
told their instructions there from the referee. Oh, and that's a shocker.
Well,
You
can
will
see that
never
coming.
score an easier try. Ali Williams, save of the moment, a gift. 6 months till Christmas, you get an early present.
James Ryan thinking, I should have gone there. He was going to go.
Well, he's got himself about Ali Williams tonight. He's been free ranging because he's been pretty free in the tight stuff. He's been freed up to get around because it's been a bit loose at times. And gee, he wouldn't believe his luck here.
Yeah, of course, both of these guys, the locking positions, the partnership not yet decided. So these two playing for a spot as well.
Well, it's out of these two. The other one's pretty much decided with Chris Jack. But I think Ali Williams would have the front running at this stage.
Well, he's got the experience now, guys, hasn't he? As Major converts the try scored by Williams. 64 plays zipped.
Oh, has it got to 64 that quickly?
Now, that was just comical, really.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Fijians, they're going to be forced into playing this sort of game. Throw the ball around.
And again, 10. Push them back, please. Push them back.
Mistakes will come, All Blacks will pounce. It's unfortunate for them, but
I've been impressed with Ali Williams, how he came back from suspension. He was out for 6 weeks, and he's really knuckled down and got on and done the hard work. I've been quite impressed with him.
Well, with all due respects to Blues fans, it didn't do their cause much good, but I think for the All Black cause and for Ali Williams, it didn't hurt at all. You know, he's really on top of his game and he's as fresh as a daisy.
He's had to reassess his game, Hamish, hasn't he? And he's come back better.
one thing he does need to do that I'd like to see him get out of his game are the mistakes, the ones he made at the very beginning of the game.
This Tony Woodcock gets better by the week.
Well, you've been enjoying his rugby for a few years, haven't you, mate? You've spotted him a few years back.
And here's a bloke enjoying it. James Ryan, ranging wide and Nisi. So'oialo. Kelleher, and there from the Fijians. Here's the try-scoring machine. Greg Somerville.
Tony Woodcock again.
Test try tonight. Major. Muliaina.
Well, the Fijians really guilty of falling off tackles left, right and centre now. They're really starting to lose their shape badly.
Yeah, you just see in the background some of the big guys really struggling to get back on defence.
Flick backwards. Fiji with a chance to kick this through. Coming through and claiming a Domalele.
Got forward.
I think a word we could associate with the All Blacks tonight, Bunce, is relentless. They're just mounting the pressure and they're just coming wave after wave, aren't they? It's not easing up.
And defence. This is good to see, though. Big lock, big mobile lock, ball skills. He's aware of where the defence is.
And what does that do for a young player's confidence to get a big run like that in All Black jersey? That just builds him up nicely, doesn't it? Really lifts the confidence.
You okay?
Certainly does in your first test.
Okay.
I lost my first test match. That wasn't a very nice feeling.
Time off.
First test match for the All Blacks.
Yep.
Who was that against, Bunce?
Sorry, yeah.
World 15
World
in
15.
Christchurch. Second 5'8", Frank Butts.
Yes, and coming off in that game with a loss, I mean, talk about confidence. I mean, it just all ebbs.
And I suppose you worry if you're going to get your next jersey.
Yeah, true.
Martin Mbukavara off.
Time back out, Scotty.
Ali Williams, So'oialo and Collins.
No. Engage.
Front rows engage. Talking about stand and black tonight, the All Blacks. Sitiveni Sivivatu. Close quarter exchanges, taking the in pass once again from Kelleher. The All Blacks a metre out. Is it down at the bottom of that?
No, time out, lads. I'm looking at it, please. I just want confirmation. Yeah, I'm just looking for confirmation.
Collins at the bottom of that.
Wait on.
See if we can pick it up. That'll be...
Scotty, the only thing I'm going to ask you, is there any reason why I can't give the try, please? I was coming in, I'd seen the ground, but just give me a bit of confirmation, please.
Well, hard to know what's going on at the bottom of that.
It's interesting he's asking for confirmation. Is there any reason he can't give the try? So he obviously wants to give it.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Pretty hard not to give it.
Yes. I seem to think he should just make the decision. He's looking for a reason not to give it.
Well, the All Blacks dominated that area there, didn't they? They had bodies left, right and centre.
So the forward replay suggests it is a try.
Okay, I'll go for the scrum 5, okay?
Well,
and I'll go back. Scrum 5, held up.
Held up is the call.
Yeah. Time off. Number 2.
Jerry Collins
please.
doesn't approve. He's only ever scored one test try as Kevin Mealamu gets ready to get into the action. Took him 20 long tests to get a try. Jerry Collins. Darren Whitcomb, he can be well pleased with the way he's gone.
Just settle for
He did the
below and
basics.
set, a big slab in the middle of that front row.
He's a huge guy, isn't he? Massive.
The guys worked hard too, Darren Whitcomb, and good scrum here from the All Blacks. Really putting the heat on poor old Fiji. Easy as you like, in the van, Rodney So'oialo.
Not quite the smiles that you see associated with backline tries, but as effective.
They got an interesting combination on the side of the scrums. Not really an out-and-out open side flanker with Loaki and Jerry Collins. And So'oialo at the back, but good control. He wouldn't get many of these in his career these days. But absolute control, and he'll be giving his tight fives a big pat on the back. Mealamu comes on, makes an instant impact.
Great work in there. Somerville and Woodcock. Another change coming up at the front row.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Campbell Johnston replacing Tony Woodcock, so he'll go to tight head. Somerville will go to a loose head. Tony Woodcock, another who's earned his check tonight. Major. He's trying to turn it back off the upright. So the conversion unsuccessful. 69-0.
69.
Big Bill Thuthenbuddy going to the sideline too for Fiji. There's young Campbell Johnston from Canterbury, from the Crusaders.
And he's a player, Hamish, I believe, that really forced his way on through the All Black trial. He was very effective in the scrums that night, and a good all-round game, and I'm sure that that's what got him into this team.
One of the most difficult positions to play on the field, tight head prop. Jerry Collins thought he had a try a moment or two ago. They decide to do some grunt up the middle. Major. Norman Lingairi.
He's outside.
Outside the 22. And a very, very good kick from Lingairi in his 27th Test match, the 29-year-old. Still half an hour remains. What a performance from the All Black side in the first Test of season 2005.
Poor fellas. You get taken off the field, you think you're in for a rest, and they put you on the exercycle.
They don't look like they're stressing themselves too much, though, Bunsey.
It was easier in my day where you sat on back in the change room and popped open a can of beer.
Play on! That's okay!
Rauluni, the skipper. Cirelli Mombo trying to get something going. His old Wellington teammate says, thanks very much. Oyalo in there.
No, he stepped down, he can't get out.
Very vocal crowd here at North Harbour Stadium. At Albany, Campbell Johnston with the carry and the drive.
Yes, and they've used that inside ball again and used it well tonight.
Not releasing. 69-0.
And Bombo, I thought he might have tried to back himself on the outside here. He came back in and he just met a wall of All Black defenders, and Soyalo just ripped it off him like you rip an ice cream off a child on the playground. It all looks so easy.
Tana Umaga in there as well, doing some tough stuff. Poor old fella, he doesn't get a rest. He's got to do it to the bitter end.
I don't think he looks too uncomfortable out there, Bunsey.
No.
Might keep a bit of an eye on that combination. Umaga and Muliaina. Major, of course, playing first 5'8" now.
Not looking quite as comfortable off his right foot there as he has off his left.
Greg Somerville. Justin Marshall about to come into the plate. Howlett going back for this. Drop out from the 22.
Referee Whitehouse seems to be losing his voice. He's getting a little bit croaky there.
It's just a little sign to quieten down, perhaps.
Loaki, Sione Loaki up the middle. Puts the pass around behind to nobody. Collins picks it up. Oyalo. And the touch. Marshall, the veteran halfback.
Number 9.
Test match number 78.
Wait, Andy, wait.
Well, he's going to surpass Ian Jones, who's sitting on 79, isn't he, over this game in the Lions series.
Byron Kelleher to the sideline. He's played well. Huge reception for Justin Marshall. Comes in and
it's a bit of a reminder, another reminder of his class, but certainly Byron Kelleher, he's showing what he's got tonight. It's not over, is it, that halfback position?
it's a good contest.
I got a feeling they might share the duties through the Lions series.
Muliaina. Collins. Johnston up the middle.
Get away, Wait, get away!
The ball retention of the All Blacks has been fine tonight. It's been superb. Always well aware of where defenders are.
Oh, nice hands, Marshall, back to Howlett. Howlett, lovely hands to Ali Williams.
Look at the body position and the placement of the ball.
Collins, 5 metres out. Umaga. Wide they go. Oh. Had to make a mistake eventually. Sitivini Sivivatu, the hat-trick man.
He's got 2 arms, 2 legs, I suppose. Now and again, he might make a mistake.
He actually is human, believe it or not. Watching some of the things he does, it's, you know, you wonder what planet he's come from.
Yeah, just aware of Nicky Little there. Nicky Little not going to give him an easy. He never gives anyone an easy ride.
Time off, Scotty.
Certainly acquitted himself well on his debut.
A luxurious position for the All Black selectors to be in when you can send Joe Rokethoko off to play sevens on the other side of the world.
Well, Hamish, last year we were talking about there was only Joe Rokethoko, Dougie Howlett, and there was daylight to the next contenders for the wing positions. This year they're queuing up, aren't they? We've obviously got Sivivatu, Rico Gear. Caleb Ralph is another guy that's performed very well. So we've got a bit of depth
obviously,
this year.
Anisi's another guy that can play on the wing at the top level.
So that's fantastic. With half dozen guys that could slot into an All Black Test jersey on the wing.
25 minutes still remain. Umaga, well,
Captain. Captain?
Well, maybe I spoke too soon about him running as free as I've seen for a while. It just looks like something that's a little bit niggly, hopefully not too serious. He doesn't look overly concerned. Conrad Smith will come into the action. Ooh. It's not a sight we want to see, though.
It doesn't look too serious, just a little sprain maybe, a little strain.
Maybe a little bit of bruising or something, not too. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
That's our prognosis.
So Richie McCaw would take over the captaincy now?
If he was on the paddock.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in the situation, but
yes,
in this case, Justin...
Yeah, point taken as a good scrum goes in there from the newcomer there, Campbell Johnston. Well covered, Bull. Talk about it. I didn't know there was any Pawnee covering your tracks.
Oh, well, you know, clever old front row always take the easy option up the middle of the track.
And into touch from Fiji. 69-0.
It's been on 69 for a little while, hasn't it? It's sort of stagnated a bit, the scoring.
Across, please. Three man. Play number.
Right off the top. Williams plays halfback. Loaki.
Oh, he looked to pass, tried to get his arms around, thought better of it. Right decision. As I always say, live to fight another day.
Advantage over now.
Mills Muliaina. As always, he's the real deal. Mr. Marshall inside the 22. While Fiji. Fijian side have been well and truly belted. Sivivatu. Siraveti Sivivatu. Siramaya Mbai. And South says, let's try and get away from here. Sasinia Nisi. Flicked on by Ali Williams. Collins stands and delivers. Conrad Smith.
Get away, White. Advantage over.
Major. Kevin Mayalamu. Howlett putting the kick through, and he regathers. Brilliant try for Doug Howlett. Well, he looked as though he disappeared off the screen.
Yeah, the radar lost him for a little while, but he popped back up again. Man, he's still got a bit of toe, hasn't he?
Oh, he's played well tonight. I'm pleased for him.
Good thinking, though, wasn't it, Bunce? He was running out of space out wide. It's been quite a while since the All Blacks have scored. They've made a few subs, and it slowed the scoring down a little bit. But look at this. He goes out wide, had to go very wide, and he still sneaks back in.
Just put the pace on when he thought Conrad Smith might nab that try. Good work, Kevin Mayalamu. They took the ball nicely, drew Nicky Little. Look at that. It's what you said before when he scored his other try, Hamish. That experience that he shows, you know. Where am I? What do I need to do? That's exactly the right thing.
Doug Howlett, his second try. And a well-taken one, too. There's Aaron Major. Lines up the conversion from out wide. He's pushed it wide. 74 points to 0. 74-0. The All Blacks lead Fiji.
6 and 13.
Coming into the action, the big man, Chris Jack.
How many have we got, Ned?
Doesn't need any introducing.
Are we okay?
37th Test match.
Are we okay?
For the key man in the All Black engine room.
Scotty, time on, please.
A chance to get some
okay, when you're ready.
Rugby under the belt.
Well, I'm glad it's moved on from 69-0. 74-0. Hamish.
And going up.
Taking legs.
Well, still 20 minutes to go. Just over 20 minutes to go.
Wait, not 10.
Not back to 10. Fiji.
Leave the legs alone.
That's one of the things I enjoy most about Justin Marshall's game. He likes those quick taps and catches the opposition napping. Really gets that go forward. And look at, he's got an extra 10 metres. Oh, well kept in by Fiji, though.
Silver's not full, but it's really a little bit academic here as Fiji try to cook something up through their skipper, Mosesi Rolini.
Cook anything up would be nice for them, Hamish.
Little. Sam Tambua. He's the man in 19. Whoa. Koya Mbole stopped in his track by Jerry Collins.
Oh, he timed that tackle beautifully. Saw him coming and just smashed.
Again, they shifted Fiji. The desperate Fiji side. They won't believe what's happened here.
No, after last week's performance, then it was a good performance last week against the Maori, but really just taken to the cleaners here, just taken apart.
And it's also probably an indicator to the Maoris how they need to step up their game quite a bit. You know, the level they need to get to from last week if they want to be competitive with the Lions.
Yes, huge expectation of the Māori side against the Lions. I just wonder whether one or two are just getting a little bit carried away about their chances, although of course they are bolstered by 3 or 4 who will no doubt be part of the All Black squad.
Leave it right, leave.
But you could say the Lions just going about their business pretty nicely. Major has it. Back in field. Howlett wants some more of the action.
Come forward.
Of course tonight, 3 Sport at North Harbour Stadium in Albany. 74-0, the All Blacks leading Fiji. Tomorrow night.
Looks like an ankle injury to Tana Umaga. Put the ice pack on that one.
Well, I guess, guys, if we were trying to pick an injury or wanting an injury, an ankle's better than a knee, where he's had so much concern in the past. Yeah. And he doesn't look too troubled, does he?
No, just probably a precaution. And of course, he's unavailable for the Wellington Lions game, so he's got a bit of time to get it right for the first test.
Not too sure he would be happy about having those feet of his paraded on national television. Not pretty.
I reckon they need the grinder to give his toenails a bit of a job instead of the clippers. No, we're mates with the moment. We can have a joke.
You can say that.
Scotty, I'm getting terrible interference again. Yeah, just continue it.
Just coming through, playing that ball on the ground there.
Stop now.
Let's see what they're going to cook up here. The All Blacks, as they look to win. Quick ball off the top through Jack. They do, and they decide to have a little drive with it.
I don't think they'll be showing any of their special moves at this stage, Hamish. They'll be keeping them under lock and key.
Backs all lined out, just out of picture here. Doug Howlett, a threat just in behind Muliaina. Of course, Anesi a bit further out. Sivivatu.
Major. Howlett. Doug Howlett coming across, taken in the tackle by Jacob Rauluri.
I think somebody might be in a bit of bother here.
Just had something to say to referee Whitehouse, didn't they?
We've had 3 penalties now, okay? All on the floor with hands just going down. I don't want any more slowing the ball down. Please tell your troops not to do it.
So just a general warning there to the skipper, Mosesi Rauluni. There's the 4 wise men. Graham Henry, Steve Hansen, Wayne Smith and Sir Brian B.J. Lahore.
Just keep being positive.
A good brains trust, you know, a good balance through that side. They were along last night at the launch of Stand in Black, the magnificent Adidas and NZRU campaign to get the country in black to take on the Sea Red, who are here with the Lions. So'oialo.
He's had a very constructive game tonight too, hasn't he? Done a lot of good stuff.
Conrad Smith just a metre short. Marshall. Kevin Maialamu gets the legs popping. Brushes up a couple of defenders. And a simple try for High Rev Kev. And we like the new do as well.
Well, I like everything about this guy. I think he's a fantastic player. Ball in hand, he is sensational. He's got a low centre of gravity. He had a fair bit of work here to do. transition of the ball from the left to the right hand, so you get the fend going. Showing really good balance. Great stuff.
It was pretty poor defensive work from Fiji, though. Look at that. He should never be able to get out of situations like that. He does do well, and I mean, he thrives in situations like that, but Fiji just falling off tackles. They really shouldn't be that poor.
They've lost a fair bit of heart now, Bunsey, haven't they?
I think they have.
Wait on. He's well away from play now. We're going to carry on. Time on, Scotty.
Conversion successful, 81-0. 81-0. "15 minutes
You know what it's for. You're just taking him straight out. You.
remaining. Quite a way to go. Greg Somerville, the try scorer. Tonight, he will dine out on forever.
Nigel Whitehouse doesn't know his name, but it's just you, very emphatically.
Okay. Thank you. Understand. That's good.
One or two red jerseys appearing around the ground, looking a little bit glum on it. Maybe they see some writing on the wall, who knows? But I have to say that I think the Lions so far have done the basics pretty well, guys. A little bit of powder being kept dry by Sir Clive's boys, but we'll see a bit more revealed tomorrow night in Hamilton, where we will be from 8:30, free for all on 3 Sport.
Yeah, they've been a bit of a surprise package, Hamish. Out wide, they're doing a bit of damage and struggling up front.
Well, if the conditions pack in, I think it'll suit them more. So, you know, they could come into their own, but sooner or later he'll put his cards on the table and stick with a number 115. Fiji just trying to play for a bit of pride here. 15 minutes remaining. Well, Hamish Mackay, your 3 Sport commentator. No relation of Hamish Mackay, the 3 Sports News rugby editor, who said it wouldn't be anything like the 70-point bath of 8 years ago. Just same name, guys. Just, you know, total disclaimer.
Nice bit of backpedaling, mate. Nice bit of backpedaling.
You didn't say it wouldn't be more. So, you know, there's an out for you, man.
True. Old Nostradamus Buds comes through again.
Well, I was going to say a good period for Fiji. A period where they've kept possession. I don't know that they've made that many meters. Not really causing too much of a threat, but we haven't seen them play too much with the ball. Looks like they may turn this one over again.
No.
Nope. That has been a good All Black defensive effort. Continued pressure the whole game. Really, they're going to want to go through this last 15 or so minutes with their line intact. So it's going to be a pride issue, I guess, now.
And they have kept their structure well too, Bunchy. When you're winning by this impressive margin, it's easy to lose a bit of shape, get a bit loose. But the All Blacks largely have kept their shape, kept their structure, and done the basic core jobs well. So I think it'll be pleasing for the coaches and the players, their performance tonight.
Gamble Johnston penalised for coming in on the side. Not coming through the gate. But over 13 minutes remain. 81 points to 0. There he is. The big slab of Canterbury Ram.
Probably not well known to a lot of the New Zealand public, because he spent a lot of his time on the bench for the Crusaders, but he, as I say, injected himself into an impressive All Black trial. Mialamu there, just all over it on the ground.
Very square at scrum time. That's so crucial for the tight head prop. And you could say that our propping stocks are on the up too.
Oh, definitely. We're really creating some depth there as well, so it's great. I think New Zealand rugby's in great shape.
Wide they go. De La Salle. Sorelli and Bombo. Sivavatu makes the tackle with some help from Jerry Collins.
All Black backline defence here getting a little bit stretched. Just the pure pace of the Fijian outsides. A good cover.
Knock backwards. Little goes backwards. Soialo puts him down.
18, come away! 18!
Might have been just a number change in the program there. I'm pretty sure that's Jacob Rauluni, who's on in 20 as opposed to 21 as he's listed.
hands. Knock on, off scrum half.
That's correct in the
On the interception.
actual program has that. Jacob Rauluni, of course, the brother of the skipper, Mosisi Rauluni, who's off.
The Fijians just running out of ideas, really. Generally, with their skillful X-factor play, they can make gaps, make opportunities, but the All Black defence is just so organised and so sound. They're really struggling to do that. And Bombo there, the line was open, and what a fantastic tackle. Sivivatu and Collins working in tandem.
Yes, and you've got to remember, Sivivatu came all the way across from the left wing to make that tackle out there on the right
Stay
wing.
with the ball, okay? Stay with the ball.
Doesn't often happen this close to your line.
Please.
No, there was a bit of a hole there for a minute, but the All Blacks closed it up well, didn't they, Bunty?
Certainly did. Pleasing aspect, the intensity with which they've defended, the intelligence, organisation.
If you're not happy, you set yourself. Engage.
Koya Mbole eventually caught and dragged down.
Get away, White, get away,
Good work in there from Conrad Smith.
Hold it on.
They didn't want to release coming in over the top, so Marshall has it.
Holding the tackle.
Of course, the All Black squad to play the Lions is named on Sunday morning. Looking forward to that announcement.
Okay, thanks. Give me a 5, 2 and a 1 again, please.
Jerry Collins again making a good tackle. Conrad Smith just staying on his feet there and showing some good strength and turning it over.
Rock Mbaro was the man who didn't want to let Smith release.
Okay.
You've got to feel for them in that situation. It's just not natural. You just don't let it go that easily. Of course, it's against the rules, but...
especially when you haven't seen much of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Plain advantage from the knock-on.
Turnover, shoved out wide from Collins to Smith. Mills Muliaina. Jack.
Another string to his bow, playing second 5/8 Mills.
Oh, a lovely pass from Lawaki, and here he goes. 1, 2, 3, 4 try.
Who said commentators couldn't count? Great stuff. Oh, look at him, he's got a big smile on his dial now. Just using the ball, working the ball into space once again.
Of course, his cousin Joe Rokotoko has 27 tries in 23 test matches. City's on his case already.
Taunting him already in his first test. Isn't it fantastic, though, to see guys with his ability get some space? Smith doing a fantastic job there. Worked into the space, just using the ball. Always going to have too many numbers. Anisi inside, support all round.
Conrad Smith making the most of his opportunities out there. So too this guy, Sidavino, Sivivatu. 102 metres gained tonight, and they've all been beautiful to watch.
And Hamish, it wasn't that long ago we were watching him in the second division county side scoring tries.
The old Heartland rugby, eh?
Yeah. So he's come a long way in a short time.
Major not quite having the kicking boots that that Dan Carter has. Nicely finished, though. Conrad Smith through the gap, put the pace on, drew and passed at the perfect time.
So Sivivatu gets his 4th try, and the All Black team named on Sunday, as I mentioned, for the Lions series, and we will dissect it player by player. Rugby first. First with all the rugby. 5 o'clock Sunday. Free sport. Must watch. Muliaina. Anisi. Sivivatu, here he goes again, gets the pass back in field to Conrad Smith. Support from Collins. Soialo. Muliaina, knocked back. Conrad Smith. Greg Somerville. Anisi. Campbell Johnston. Now the big tight forwards take it in, suck it in. Huge numbers to the right. Shift, shift, shift. Well, they're going to go with the kick. I think it needed to be in the hand, didn't it?
Tell you in a minute.
Wide.
Yep.
Oh, we go forward, yeah.
Needed to be in the hand. We certainly did have an overlap there.
Going forward.
An option worth trying, I guess. Breakout from way back down in the 22. Nice work, Muliaina. Ball out Sivivatu.
On the tackle, that's the boy.
How often have we seen him do that? Inside, outside, gets the pass away. What I like seeing there was that all the attackers were aware of where their support was. Able to get the passes away. Unfortunate when it got knocked down. As it was about to go into Justin Marshall's hands, we probably would have seen a try.
Good to see a guy like Sasini and Nisi not trying to be a glory hunter out there, just doing what's asked of him, playing his part.
Well, the whole All Black team have been very unselfish tonight, haven't they? When there's been opportunities to move it, they've done it. Great team effort, you'd say. What I've been impressed about, guys, is they've seemed to gel very quickly in the short time they've had together. And, you know, they've brought the new guys into the team very seamlessly.
Without too many problems, Paul.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Been enjoying this one so much I can't even speak anymore.
Six minutes. Well, 6 minutes remaining. What are these guys thinking? In the red.
Well, isn't it fantastic they're here supporting the Lions, but they're come to this game as well? You know, they're real rugby enthusiasts. They enjoy their rugby, and they'll be wondering how good this All Black team is. It's a bit hard to gauge at the moment against Fiji.
All Black number 1055, Sione Loaki.
Of course, it was on this ground, All Black number 1000. Remember when he trotted out?
Carl Heyman and Mark Ranby together.
That's right, yeah. Carl Heyman, sorry,
First ever
Mark Ranby, yeah.
Test match free for all on 3 Sport against Manu Samoa.
He's got a good memory, that boy, isn't he?
Major. Nanisi.
Drums beating, we haven't heard much of that tonight.
Very subdued Fijian supporters, understandably.
Campbell Johnston takes it up.
Yes, a number of the Fijian supporters, while they're here for their home country.
Here goes Ryan, the young lock. What skill! And on the outside, Mills Muliaina plucks it out of the sky. Beautiful skills.
James Ryan, he showed it earlier in the match actually, Hamish, that when he gets a bit of open space, he knows how to use his body, and he reads the defence very well, and gee, that was fantastic effort. He didn't die with the ball. He was out in open space. Look at him look up there and just whip it off the ground up to Muliaina. Great stuff. He's had a great first up test, James Ryan. Not many players can throw the ball off the deck like that, especially sideways to a supporting player. Great vision from the young man.
So Aaron Major looks to add the extras. Well, hasn't had a great night since he took over the kicking.
And that begs the question really, Hamish, what does happen against the Lions if we go in there without an established backup kicker? If Dan Carter gets injured and we haven't got an Andrew Mertens or someone to back him up, we could be in a lot of trouble, because a penalty kick could win a test match against the Lions.
Yes, I don't disagree with you, Bull. Of course, Leon McDonald may well be an option, or fit into the frame somewhere, and that may well be their thinking as to why Muliaina is running at centre, with Umaga perhaps going in one, and Leon McDonald, who's been in such good form after coming back from a stint up in Japan, almost a new player, you could say.
But it's such an important series, Hamish. We do need an established backup kicker, don't we?
Well, that's right.
Sure.
Well, that's probably the answer, isn't it?
And, you know, the selectors are smart cookies. They'll have that all worked out, I'm sure.
So Fiji with the scrum inside the 22. Sione Loaki, he's gone about his business pretty well too.
Well, what a great story. Didn't look like he was going to be in the 22. Tuiali has a nerve problem. He gets in there and he's been a big part of the second half effort.
Thumping tackle.
One of the hardest hitters in the game. Him and Jerry Collins in tandem are a pretty frightening duo, aren't they?
Imagine being the meat in that sandwich. Rodney So'oialo, typically high work rate from him. And a Fijian team who've really been battered and belted from pillar to post. This is Greg Somerville in the 3 jersey on the loose head side. That's where most people see an opening for him in the Test 15 as it gets out wide to Sivivatu again. So strong. And with the way Tony Woodcock played tonight, I'm not so sure. And of course, you would expect Carl Heyman to have the tight head job wrapped up.
I think
nice problem to have.
Yeah, I think Somerville's role will be off the bench because he's really come on well at loose head. And he's an accomplished tight end, as we know.
Conrad Smith taking the tackle there and getting the pass up to Jerry Collins. Nice hands, So'oialo. Loaki up the middle, the big guy, Sione Loaki. Taken down, 12 metres out, Marshall. So'oialo again, Major. And knocked back by Sorelli and Bombo.
I think it was a knock on.
Well, they give Loaki the big green light. I don't think the Fijians were too keen to take him on.
Wait.
But he showed a bit of toe, the big fella. Oh, look at that grin, says it all. I'm having some fun. Isn't that fantastic to see?
Scrum 5.
You could just see him. He saw the little opening there and he just backed himself.
Now the call is here. It was definitely, as we picked in the commentary, knocked back by a Fijian player. So had Howler got to that, it would have been a try.
White scrum.
There was only about a metre in it, wasn't there?
Definitely slapped it back. It wasn't knocked on by the All Blacks as initially Nigel Whitehouse thought so.
But that's experience of Dougie Howlett playing it out to the whistle. They'll go for another pushover try here, perhaps. No, not this time.
Major. Howlett coming back in. Nice tackle, Little.
No, it's no.
He's actually one of their better performed defensive players tonight, Hamish.
Ball, please.
He certainly has plenty of smiles on the bench there. They're happy with the job done here. Harley Williams there.
Well, I think you can pencil all 4 of those players into the squad for the Lions.
Certainly for the squad and probably
starting jerseys.
Starting jerseys. These guys, of course, will analyse everything fully and at length.
They don't give much away by way of their expressions, though, do they? They play it pretty close to the chest. Of course, a big year ahead, lots of tests ahead this year.
Oh, what a year.
Fantastic.
What a year. So who to go? So'oialo, Marshall. And Bombo. Marshall gets across to make the tackle. Possession there for Fiji. One last throw of the dice, totally the wrong end of the field. They're going to try something anyway.
Well, one thing they have managed to do is stop the All Blacks getting to 100. And after all, it was 50-0 at half-time.
Little.
There's 2 knock-ons there.
2 knock-ons there.
There's 2 offences. 2.
Referee Nigel Whitehouse says that is it. The first test of season 2005 is over. 91 points to 0. The All Blacks have beaten Fiji, and it is the hero, Sitiveni Sivivatu, who lives up to his billing. Loaki had a good game. Sivivatu, 4 tries, 91 points to 0. A very good all-round performance from the All Blacks.
Well, talk about a big black wave, and as the All Blacks leave the field to wrap up the action, 91-0. We'll be back with reaction. Frank Bunce goes sideline to catch up with the All Black captain, Tana Umaga. Stay with us on 3 Sport as we continue the big free-for-all. Three Sport, and didn't he enjoy his free-for-all tonight? 2 in the first half, 2 in the second. Sivivatu gets 4 on debut for the All Blacks against his old country, of course, Fiji. I tell you what, I went down to the other end of the ground during the second half there. The crowd was going off for the Mexican wave. They had the drums going. The All Blacks are up by 69 points to 0 at that stage. It was more like the Hong Kong Sevens. Another guy celebrating a bit of a festival performance tonight for the All Blacks was the captain, Tana Umaga, who dotted down twice, and right now he's sidelined with Frank Bunce.
Tana, congratulations, mate. First test of the year. I know you'll be happy with the score. You've got to be happy with that performance as well.
Yeah, we're very happy. We set out to achieve a few goals that we set for ourselves during the week. And, Yeah, we did. We achieved most of them. I think, obviously, we kept it on for 80 minutes, and that was one of our major goals. We didn't want to loosen off. We got up pretty big in the first half, and I think we wanted to really put a line in the sand really to show what kind of side we are, that we can finish sides off if we get that bigger lead.
Yeah, 50-0 at half-time. What was it in the changing room? What sort of things do you tell the boys who are coming out for the second half?
We really start again. We don't slack. We can't get loose. We want to score again. We want to score first, and we really want to, drive the knife in and finish them off. So we achieved that.
And the combinations. There's been a lot of talk about different combinations. That Graham Henry and the other selectors have at their disposal. They all went well tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, our front five really went forward, and when that happens, the backs, it opens a lot of space for us, and lucky enough tonight we finished them off.
Yeah, and the new guys, you'd be pretty happy with their contribution. First test matches for a few of them, and all acquitted themselves well.
Very much so, and they showed that All Black Rugby is in good stead.
And just on a personal note, the injury, what happened there?
Yeah, I just twisted it in a tackle early on in the second half, so I just came off and tried to ice it up. Hopefully it's not too bad.
Nothing too serious?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I saw you ranging out on the left wing there. Days of old, revisiting days of old, a couple of tries?
Yeah, no, it's good. I haven't scored a few tries for a while, so bring back good memories, but I suppose with the space that we've got out here on the wings, there's no place for me out there.
Oh, it's awesome. Wonderful to watch. Congratulations, and looking forward to what's coming up.
Yeah, exactly.
Just quickly, sorry, with the Lions, you haven't had a chance to see too much. I read that somewhere. You haven't been watching them too much, but obviously they're in the back of your minds.
Yeah, well, now after tonight, they really come to the front of our minds now, and we can really focus on what we've got to achieve there in a couple of weeks' time. So, it's full on for the Lions now, and I'll be watching a lot of games now.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome season. Cheers, man.
Yeah, thank you very much, bud.
So 91 points to 0, a winning start for the All Blacks, the first of 12 big test matches. How much they get out of that Fijian romp tonight? Well, we're going to find out in just a moment. We'll take a short break on 3 Sport, back with Howard Dobson and the post-match. But don't forget to join us at 8:30 tomorrow night too, as we continue the action with the DHL Lion Series when they take on the Māori, the best of the British and Irish Lions. But next up, it's Howard Dobson and the post-match.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our All Blacks post-game show. Yes, it finished 91-0. The All Blacks unstoppable with 15 unanswered tries. A big day, especially for the new boys, Anisi, Sivivatu, Lawaki, Ryan, Whitcomb and Johnston. Hi, everybody. I'm Howard Dobson, and over the next 8 or 9 minutes, we'll have more reaction to the Fijian demolition. Plus, we chat with John O'Gibbs on the eve of New Zealand Maori's big clash with the Lions in Hamilton. But first, Frank Bunce caught up with one of the 6 All Black debutantes, the flying Kiwi Fijian flyer, Sitiveni Sivivatu.
Sitiveni, it's been a long time coming, but you must be very proud of your effort tonight.
I'm so proud tonight for a long way to come. Stand up for the last 3 years, but yeah, I'm proud to be here.
And the All Black jersey, I mean, it must have been wonderful pulling it on and running out there for the first time.
There's so many people who won this jersey, for yourself as well. Heaps of people have respected their jersey, but I'm so proud to be part of it.
What did you want to get out of the game personally tonight?
Tonight, I just want to get my confidence up and feel the test level. What is it all about? But I'm glad I came away with, good quality and improving my game tonight.
And test level, what are your thoughts? I see you're carrying an ice pack there and a little bit of blood around your lips. It must be pretty difficult. You look quite tired.
It's quite hard, those Fijians are running around. It's hard to defend, but test level, it's always hard compared to Super 12 and NPC. But still enjoy it out there.
And a lot of the guys inside you, Tana Umang, a lot of experience, a lot of class. It must be wonderful playing with those sorts of teammates.
I just love playing with those guys, the way they can put you into holes. All you got to do is just run. I'm glad play alongside those guys.
Well, you certainly put a lot of miles in and you ran into a lot of holes. It was wonderful. 4 tries on debut. Congratulations on a great effort and a great win.
Thank you.
Yes, Civi's the first All Black ever to score 4 tries on Test debut. You're with the All Blacks post-game show. A reminder that Graham Henry names his Test squad for the Lions series on Sunday. Before that, all eyes will be on tomorrow's clash between New Zealand Māori and the Lions in Hamilton, which you can see right here on 3 Sport. Coming up next, Māori captain Jono Gibbs. We're back in a moment. Welcome back to the All Blacks post-game show. Now the All Blacks outclassing Fiji tonight by 91 points to 0. Well, part 2 of the weekend's double-header is tomorrow night's big game between New Zealand Māori and the Lions, and players like McDonald, Gear, Holler, Gibbs and Flynn are all in the frame for Graham Henry's Test squad. New Zealand Māori, though, have never ever beaten the Lions. Last time they played was back in 1993. They got close, going down by 24-20. Now, hoping to make a little history is Jono Gibbs, and Frank Bunce caught up with the New Zealand Māori skipper.
Jono, what does it mean to you to be captain of this New Zealand Māori team?
Yeah, it's a great honour for myself and my family, and you know, the people that I represent, I guess. You know, there's been a few special characters that have led the team before me. Obviously, a good friend of mine, Dion, is one that I remember, and yeah, I think it is. It's just an honour, and there's a lot of tradition with this team, and yeah, hopefully I can do a pretty good job.
And you must be loving the fact that you're playing against the Lions in Waikato at the stadium there. That's going to be huge.
Yeah, I mean, selfishly, I was a bit disappointed that Waikato missed out on a Lions game this year, but yeah, be able to play in a Māori game at home, I guess, is probably the next best thing. Just being able to play the Lions is a huge privilege. So yeah, it's great that we'll be at my place for the you know, for the game. So that's cool.
I actually think it's a great stadium for this game to be played in because of the atmosphere, the crowd, everything. You know, you must take an advantage out of that.
Yeah, certainly. I went down there last week and checked out. There's new temporary seating that's gone in, and yeah, it's got a real closed-in sort of atmosphere about it. And you know, I'm sure with the Barmy Army coming over and the support that they'll give, you know, and then the locals, I think it's going to be a fantastic environment to play in.
Yes, you can see the New Zealand Māori against the Lions right here on 3 tomorrow night from 8:30. And don't miss Rugby First, the show that analyses, scrutinises and chastises our national game. That's Sunday afternoon with Hamish and the team from 5. So the first All Black Test of 12 for 2005 is come and gone. Graham Henry's men crushing Fiji by 91 points to 0. I'll be back in about 20 minutes with Sports Tonight, where we feature the big netball final between the Magic and the Sting, plus the plays of the week. But coming up next, Nightline with Carly Kirkwood.
The All Blacks on 3. Proudly brought to you by Ford.
Good evening, this is Sports Tonight. Coming up shortly, the big netball final, plus the plays of the week. But first, the All Blacks' demolition of Fiji. Yes, it was a try-feast. It finished 91-0, and the only concern from Graham Henry's brains trust was skipper Tana Umanga, who limped off 15 minutes from time.
Tonight marked the first of a dozen tests for the All Blacks this season. None will start with a challenge like this. But unfortunately, that's about where it ended too, because after the dancing was over, the All Blacks were the only ones left on the stage.
Carter pushes off the defenders, and the first try of the match to damn the man.
It was one of 8 to come before half-time. The next 2 combined the vision of the inside backs and the finishing of the outsides.
For Howlett to give chase, and that's brilliant skills from Doug Howlett. Carter, once again, they use a right kick, head straight into the hands of Sitiveni Sivivatu, the first of many.
It was. Sitiveni Sivivatu, the 16th Fijian on show, went on to make history, bagging 4 tries in his first test. Even his captain had time to pick up a pair of them in the 20 minutes left before the break, all helping his side crack 50 points inside the same time.
And around behind the posts. Well, it's turning into an old-fashioned thumping.
The second half was more of a numbers game. It started with Sitovini's hat-trick and went on to see 15 tries dotted down in total.
And Sitovini Sivavatu.
All 6 All Black new caps got a run, including second-string Crusaders prop Campbell Johnston. Despite having 40% of the possession, the Fijians couldn't score once. Their 41 missed tackles helping explain the 91 points scored against them. The only concern from tonight's romp is that 2 weeks out from the All Blacks' greatest challenge of the 12 they'll face this year, it offered very little for the selectors looking for combinations performing under pressure, and possibly even less for the players who'll be looking at battle-hardened lines in a fortnight. Mike Hall, Sports Tonight.